Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Sniper Elite V2 on Elite difficulty, and this is the third of my 3 installments for the Assassinate the Führer DLC package, and it's definitely the hardest and most infuriating part of the mission, to be sure. You have to hit a moving Hitler. Do you see the yellow diamond? That's where he's at the beginning, and he will move like to our right twice before he does a final dash, and it's important to know when he's going to move, and it's both how many enemies you've killed and a timer, with one usurping the other, if you take my meaning, and then that's when you have to shoot him. But if you get caught in the reload when he's running, they have the audacity to allow that to happen, and I don't think that should be anything, because they give you the worst gun. When I say worst, it has the slowest rate of fire, it has the least amount of bullets in the chamber, and it has like the most resistance for like the tug that the wind is taking on it. And this is on it's on the hardest difficulty, and it has the hardest settings. Like, the tug of the wind is actually really bad here. Sometimes a standard headshot will suffice, like right dead on target. Otherwise, you have to aim like above and to the left. And the bulk of this video is me trying to hit the gas tank on the gas cap, the red gas cap on the tank at the end. It's an embarrassing amount of times, but I cannot hit this guy. And I think that it's pressure, unnecessary pressure that they put on you. But do you see him right here? See, sometimes he resets, and it's just, he didn't do it right there. But you'll see, like, I don't even know what it is, but you'll see him in one animation, and then the next, like the exact next frame, he's in a different animation, and your shot didn't even count. But fortunately, I think they just let you win at the end, because I'm sure that if you miss, you fail. But I was not accurate whatsoever when I killed this guy. Like, it just felt like they assisted me and just let me win, because it's one of those scenarios where you've come to the end, like there's nobody left to kill except a tank. That the gas cap is, it's never that hard to hit on the normal campaign. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what they've done, because it never took me 30 bullets to hit the gas cap before. So I just don't know if the functionality and the mechanics that they've had carried over to this DLC. I have no idea. All I know is that it's just not, the standards is just not up to what the normal game was. And I would have just edited all of those missed shots out, but I wanted to showcase my own lack of skill. And see that, like the frame, it was different right there. It's not fair. I don't know what it is. I know I'm very bad at aiming, but still, that's not fucking fair. When he gets that kind of reset like that. Like, I spent three goddamn sorrowful hours on this part. It was miserable. There is no save feature either, and you really don't need one for such a brief challenge mission. But I don't know. You really don't need one. But why isn't it there? So anyway, so he's at the final location. He's not going to move on, and my feelings over here was like, do you remember when you were in school and like you had to do tasks like homework, and you just sat there because like you were trying to finish, and everybody else left the classroom because they finished, and you just had that feeling that like everybody else is faster than you, and it's just like the worst feeling in the world. And the teacher's sympathetic, and she realizes that you have to go at your own pace. But that feeling of just sitting in an empty classroom, it's the same feeling that I get here, because an empty classroom, it's the same as an empty battlefield. And just the feelings of failure kick in too. Like I should have been able to hit him, and I can't. I've seen people hit him because after I did this, I looked online and people were hitting him, and I don't care if I can't hit him because I hit him at the end, even if it was assisted. But this is just lousy, and I'm going to release this before my main guide is finished to give some updates to the channel. I was going to do a Devil May Cry 4 guide for Nero and Dante, and I still might. I even know Damaged Burial, which is pretty good with Nero. And oh, here comes the 30 missed shots. See, when you're looking at this, see, the line is, that white line right there, it's over 2 degrees. So there is a tug of the wind, and I was missing so much that I kind of started to self-doubt myself. But the bullet that actually finally fucking hit it, it was actually like to the left, up, like to the left and up. It was that. It's not, I don't know what it is. You see the wind? You have to aim over to the left and up. And it's just horrible. And I'm not completely blaming the game, but I am partially blaming it. But anyway, at this point, every enemy is gone, and the only way that this will ever run its course is if you destroy that tank. So one small red gas cap is basically thwarting every effort that I'm trying to make to finish this. And once that is out of the way, then he'll move. But until you destroy the tank, he'll never move. So I don't know how many bullets I have, but just realize that like the reason that this is hard is just because it's hard to hit him. It's not a matter of staying alive. In a few instances, they do really kill you pretty fast if you just get unlucky, but it's not staying alive that's the hard thing on this. I think the hardest thing is hitting this. It's just, you see me moving all around because I'm just doubting myself, but I should have listened to myself because I knew it was up and to the left. And the reason I know that, you guys, is because the marker is to the right of those crosshairs, so you have to compensate by going to the left. And if it was to the left originally, you'd have to go to the right. So yeah, I was going to do that DMC4 guide, but I don't think that I'll be able to finish it because I am going to the mountains this weekend for a family trip. And when I come back, like Transformers comes out, and I want to play that. And then later in the week, the Uncharted collection comes out. So I don't want to have to worry about an unfinished project, because when I leave, I want everything to be finished. And after this, everything will be finished. Okay, but that's it, you guys. We're almost going to be finishing up on this. And I wanted to once again thank everybody for showing your support. You know, you always have the option to donate. I understand if that conflicts with you know, your principles or your bank account. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm not going to shove it in your face anymore. I realize that, you know, everybody's doing their own thing, and that's great. And I think we're finally going to get this and finally hit him and just take him the hell out. So we're going to be done with this so that I can remove it from my hard drive and never play it again. But the main game is actually great. This is just really lousy. I mean, I barely hit him. I didn't even hit him. Take care.